It's time once again for a feature that we call the Albert Achievement Awards. Actually, my next guest calls them that, and it's a pleasure to have him back on this program. He is the guardian of those awards. He's also the voice of the Knicks and the Rangers, WNBC sports reporter and NBC sports commentator. Ladies and gentlemen, say hello to Mr. Marv Albert.
Hi, Marv. Always a pleasure.
Nice to see you. As I like to point out, one of the most popular men, not only in sports, but in all of broadcasting. Marv Albert, nice to have you here. Tell me about the Knicks. That must be a pretty good gig this year, huh?
Well, tonight, let's see, by the time this program is aired, there will be only one team that is still winless in the NBA, because at the Garden tonight, it's the 0-7 Phoenix Suns and the 0-8 New York Knicks, who, going back to last year, as it turns out, have lost 20 in a row, and the all-time record, as you're well aware, 24 straight losses by the exciting Cleveland Cavaliers.
Cavaliers, yeah.
Yes,
yeah.
1982.
Yeah.
Knicks have had a batch of terrible setbacks with injuries with Bernard King and Bill Cartwright. And
everybody thought, though, that this was going to be a really great year,
season.
If not the championship season, but a close one.
Well, with the addition of Patrick Ewing. So it's been rough. I still enjoy doing the games, even sometimes from a negative point of view. There are interesting things to be able to talk about. I mean, you have the opposing club. I think you have to tell it the way it is.
You have to be objective.
Honest,
You wouldn't be a reporter if you didn't do that.
All right. You have to say what's going on.
Marv, as always, you brought us another batch of peculiarities from the world of sports.
The wild and the wacky.
The wild and the wacky.
As you have labeled it. It's compiled by our crack staff. A look back at this month. And, of course, producer Dave Katz, a close
He does a great job.
Yours.
Oh, yeah. Dave and I lunch together.
Right. On a regular basis. And we open with problems with the national anthem at Yankee Stadium.
Oh, no.
Our national anthem.
And from the national anthem difficulties to the most unusual dugout handshakes of last month. Now to the unusual in football. Quarterback Chuck Long of Iowa connects with Scott Helverson, and he connects with the goalpost.
Oh.
Hockey had its share of rough moments. Rangers and Flyers in preseason, end-to-end fighting. Even the goalies, Terry Kleisinger and Bob Froese, got involved. Now here's Brian Sutter of St. Louis with an obvious spear.
Ooh. Oh, Jiminy.
Now Chris Knight of Montreal with the cheap shot of the season to the mouth of Rick Middleton of Boston. Some treacherous times for officials at a Nick Golden State game. Referee Bill Saar attempted to get out of the way. In the World Series, Joaquin Andujar of the Cards, not pleased with the umpire. He went berserk, and then he goes berserk in beating up the clubhouse facilities.
No kidding.
Baseball playoffs, the gymnastic Ozzie Smith getting the Cardinals off to a flying start.
Yeah.
Here's the hustle play of the World Series. George Brett giving his all right into the dugout.
Good Lord.
On the pop foul, watch the catcher, Jim Sundberg, making it look difficult. Fly ball by Lonnie Smith. George Bell and Lloyd Mosby with a collision. Bell makes the catch. To basketball, or is this volleyball basketball style? Nice try. Now here's vintage Julius Erving. The doctor does it behind the back. Best shot of the month, Craig Hodges of Milwaukee from half-court, time running down. Yes. No! Football had its moments. Colby Morrison of SMU with a fumble on the hop, picked up by teammate Jeff Jacobs, and he runs it right in. How about the good effort by Steve Griffith of Purdue? Nice try right through the gate. Now keep an eye on number 14. That's the quarterback, James Jackson of Georgia. He lines up behind the wrong man and then realizes his mistake. Get over to the center. And we close with boxing. Frank Warren throws a low blow at Michael Bradley. Now, just to make sure, adds a sneaky rabbit punch. And here's a referee, Dave, by the name of Hector Pacheco, looking to break the fighters and is a bit too forceful. I should mention no relation to the fight doctor.
To the fight doctor, Ferdy. No. Thank you. Very nice, Marv. What's How does the NFL season look to you? You're working with Bob Greasy this year, aren't you? How do you and Bob get along?
Not at all.
You know, Bob's from Indiana.
He has mentioned that. A Purdue Boilermaker.
That's right.
Great. Bob is terrific to work with. You know, the thing about Bob, he is so skilled at using what they call the telestrator.
What is the telestrator?
I'm not sure, but he keeps taking out this machine every game. And actually, it's similar to the chalkboard, as the folks at CBS.
So that you actually diagram plays on the screen for your home viewers.
It's similar to, you remember the kid show Winky Dink and You?
Yeah, I do. Yeah, I do remember.
And they used to put up a special screen, and I believe it was Jack Barry who would then draw figures
all over your screen. Yeah.
Yes, very, very similar, and he diagrams plays. But we've had a problem here at NBC with telestrator. Every week we show up at games. For example, this past week we did Pittsburgh, Kansas City. Telestrator doesn't work.
Oh no.
And Bob is very low key, you know, very nice fella. Usually nothing bothers him. But week after week, the man is just kicking and destroying and beating up, slapping the telestrator, slapping the machine around.
He doesn't like the telestrator.
It has not worked from time to time. But
you know, from a viewer standpoint, I really can't enjoy the game if I know the telestrator is malfunctioning.
That's a good point, because there will be disclaimers. From, now, actually, Al McGuire, who uses it in basketball time to time, doesn't like the telestrator. And I can recall doing a game with him last year at UCLA. And he claimed it wasn't working because he didn't want to use it. But it was working.
Now, isn't there? Don't they use it on CBS? Aren't they?
Yeah.
In fact, one day I saw a Madden diagram how to get to Brent Musburger's house on the thing.
Which was a fine idea. It does. It does work most of the time. I don't want to make a mockery of it, but I won't mention the person. But it was another network. Several weeks ago, there was a particular color commentator who used the telestrator diagramming plays that weren't really happening. He's making circles and X's, but had nothing to do with the play.
Just enjoying himself.
Right.
All right, Marv. Geez, you've done it again.
Well, thanks.
Yeah. Mr. Sports, Marv Albert. We'll be right back.